going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. This is the Majestic Cat 4 race. This is my second race of the day. I was in the Cat 5 race earlier on in the day, and unfortunately got red flag. Just some crashes and some people still left on the course that were having a hard time getting up. So shout out to them. Hopefully they're doing okay. And unfortunately, our race wasn't able to finish, so we didn't get to see how it played out. If you guys checked out my last video, I posted that up already. Here I am in the Cat 4 race with some teammates. I believe there's 6 of us here. So there was we had strength in numbers, so we planned on using our numbers to our advantage and really try to work the field a bit. Our plan was to obviously try to establish some breaks or go with some breaks, and then we had a sprinter in this race, and we try to make sure he did not cover any attacks. Just let him sit in, and the rest of us kind of just covered anything that went or try to break away whenever we could. As soon as the field would slow down, we would try to do that. So here's lap 1. As you can see, it's sort of strung out already. This race compared to the Cat 5 race is way smoother. People would say it's a lot less sketch. I mean, it's the same. I mean, to be honest, Cat 5 is pretty crazy, but the only difference I really notice, from Cat 5 to Cat 4 is this pace is a lot smoother for the most part. And the whole sketchy thing, there's sketchy riders in all fields, in my opinion. I watch a lot of cycling videos, and there's always, people just, taking bad lines or whatever. Making bad decisions is just a part of human life. We're not all perfect. So, but as you can see, the pace is, pretty steady here, 28, 27. And I'm not sure who's in the front right now, but we all kind of discussed, my team and I discussed that we would just sit in for the first couple laps, let it settle in, and then begin attacking the field. And that's kind of what we're doing. We're waiting for it to settle down. As you can see, it's going to lap 2. It's starting to slow a little bit. We're getting swarmed. The pace isn't high anymore, and I think it starts to settle like around lap 3 or 4. And you'll see here, see I'm getting swarmed all around. Another break tries to go again. We're just staying close by, near the front, because we're trying to make sure nothing goes too crazy off the front. And there's a lot of us, so again, if something really did go, we could all, get to the front and organize. But the group's already chasing, as you can see, like they're starting to push space right back up. We're at 29 miles an hour, and there's 2 breaks. There's a chase group, and then there's the peloton, which is starting to chase as well. I move up a little bit so I could let my buddy Angelo know that I'm here. He was in the front right away, so I am just closing this gap a little bit, so he doesn't have to do too much work right off the back. So here I am closing this gap. People are starting to let gaps open up, but it's just because they're chasing, so it's not too big of a deal. It was thoroughly on the race. My legs are feeling pretty decent, given that I've already done a race earlier this morning, and I had a good amount of time to rest. My race was at 8, and this race was at 4:50, so I had a lot of time in between. Went to church in between. I came back to see some races. Ended up jumping in this race. I was pretty happy with that. I've never done a Cat 4 race, so this was my first. And gotta say, I think I enjoyed this one a lot more only because the pace was just so much smoother, um, and it did feel a little bit easier to sit in and move up between the fields, um, which is really cool. I mean, today, even in the Cat 5 race, I felt really comfortable moving, from the back of the pack to the front of the pack. Just felt great. Here I am. I took the inside line on this guy. I'm not sure if he did that on purpose, let me kind of pass. But my teammate Ray just pulled off the front. He was trying to chase that back, but it was too far up, and it was a lot for him to chase back. So I think he just kind of let us do more of the work. This guy's chasing, and I think he starts to sit up too. So I go around him, do a little bit of work. I didn't really want to. I was gonna go with this guy, but he does this whole flingy thing, and I didn't really think that was necessary. I mean, we weren't that far off the pack, so and I didn't really feel like that was that dangerous, and I didn't want to blow up, so I kind of just sit up and let the pack start chasing too. As you can see, I'm being swarmed. There's my teammate Angelo, looks back to check if I'm okay. I kind of give him a little head nod like I'm good, just keep going. I'll stay right here. And yeah, that's kind of, I just roll back a little bit more. It's early on in the race, and I don't feel like we needed to chase that back too fast, or we needed to do all that work to chase it back. There's a lot of guys in this race. I think it's smart to just let everyone do the work, and not yourself. And again, first time racing in a Cat 4 race, I didn't know what to expect, so I'm being a little conservative. Here we go. There's my other teammate on the right, Steven. This guy's pretty strong as well, man. He has good, I want to say endurance power. Like, he can go hard for a very long time. So I know his goal was to ride off from the pack, get a break, and he almost did. Honestly, I think maybe midway through the race, he breaks away for a while, and we kind of just move up to the front to see if kind of cover anything that's going to try to go around him or attack him. But unfortunately, the peloton chased him back. Here's another friend of mine in the blue kit, the PAA. I forget his name. I did a really hard ride with him with the vegan cyclist and Dr. Tim Wu. He's actually part of that team right in front of me, Team 6. We did a really hard ride up to Wrightwood and then back up to Crestline by Silver Lake. Which was really hard, man. For me, it was tough. I thought I had the fitness for it. I cramped up a lot going up Crestline, so that made it super hard. And then I was just so drained. But yeah, this guy in front of me, from PA, he was totally strong, man. He hung in there, and it was nice riding with him and other guys. It was nice. We had a little chat, and it was a good group ride. But if you watch my video, man, leave me your name in the comments, man. I totally forgot what your name was, but you're a cool dude. So here we are again. Pace is getting picked up because I believe they're bringing that brake back. Yeah. So our team is right here near, I guess you could say, not at the front, but in perfect position to see what's going on in the front, and that's kind of what you want. And with your team, especially if you got a lot of guys, you want people up in the front to see what's going on and to be able to do something with what's going on. So if you need a counter, you need to get your team all the way up. Because there's something going off the front, you can do that from the front. If you're in the back, it's kind of hard to see, You kind of have a lot of guys to look over. Someone like me, I'm short, so I can't really look over some of these taller guys. But being a short guy, I can pretty much get behind anybody and get a good draft. Um, and people can't really get a good draft off of me, so that's pretty cool. Okay, so we're slowing down now. I think we slow down after this turn, if I remember correctly. And then of course someone attacks. This guy on the left, man, that's scary right there. When you're coming backwards that slow, and I mean that fast coming backwards, and then Peloton's gonna swarm you. Um, Luckily, everyone kind of had their heads up, looking, and they made sure they did not hit that guy. Um, I'm staying to the inside line. It's a lot shorter. It's a lot faster, and I used that inside line this whole race, or most of the race, to move up positions. It was really easy to just get like 3 or 4 guys up just using that inside line. So that was pretty cool. Um, at this point, I'm just sitting in, thinking about when to attack, if I need to attack, if I should move up or not. Um, Trying to stay very alert of what's going on, see people diving in on the inside, and yeah, I'm looking around, man, keeping my eyes open. I'm not sure why that guy kind of points out. I'm not sure if he's pointing out the gutter or something, but um, yeah, like never been here at Cat 4 race. Never. It's probably my third race. Well, fourth race now. This is my fourth race, ever. So, but I'm feeling pretty comfortable here. Um, I know this left side, even in the Cat 5 race was really nice. Like even though like a lot of people are here, it gets a little tight. I felt pretty comfortable taking that line, and I just knew if I was coming in on someone, to let them know I was coming in and protect myself. So I would kind of come up alongside them, or know, like, kind of, I guess you could say, like, calculate my speed to know that I would be in front of them by that turn. It's a little bumping going on here on the right in front of me, but it's all good. They all kept it up. Um, but yeah, like I said, diving in on the inside, I would make sure that my speed was either faster than theirs, so I could get in front of their wheel, and they knew I was coming in. And if there was times where some people try to close, I guess you could say they try to close the line on me, but I already had my elbows by their hips, so I could kind of guide them off me. And I made sure I did that. If the obviously if the riders were already in front of me and I wouldn't try to force my way in. It was just unsafe and not, I mean, just disrespectful to the rider and to the whole peloton, man, doing shady stuff like that. So, here I am. I'm making contact with my teammate. We're getting swarmed right now, and I think I go around him. Yeah, I let him know I'm right here, and I think he starts pulling me up to the front more. Yeah. So a little bit about this guy in front of me, my teammate Angelo. This guy's a workhorse, man. Look at this guy. He's at the front the whole beginning of the race, and he still manages to pull me up here. And yeah, man, the whole race, man, he was just in the front. He's a really high cadence, and I think he's just used to that. I kind of try to stay away from the high cadence pedaling, only because I do feel like my heart rate rises pretty high. I only drop gears when I need to kind of attack or something, and then I try to settle back into a higher gear. And it's something I train a lot in my training. I try to practice it, and I think that's more of my style. I feel comfortable doing it, kind of doing the fast, quick jump with the pedals, and then as soon as my speed goes up, I kind of settled into a higher gear, and just I kind of keep my RPMs under 90 or around there. Anything above that, I feel like it's a lot for me. Some people like a high cadence. I personally do not. Here's another person that I know pretty well. And I feel pretty comfortable with Aaron up in the front, teams from Team 6 in the red and black kit. I've ridden with him a couple times, and I know he's pretty strong. I mean, the dude rides like 1,000 miles a week, twice a day, sometimes 3 times a day. I mean, I feel like this guy lives on his bike, which is pretty cool, man. And he's a pretty nice dude, pretty chill dude. But yeah, he's like pulling us right here, and I'm comfortable sitting here. I'm comfortable sitting right here behind this stage 2 rider and Aaron. Like, he's not trying to break away. I think he's just more trying to see how fast he can pull this peloton, because we have the whole field right behind us. Yeah, coming to this turn, I think he flicks me through. And I'm not really trying to take any pulls right now. I don't feel I'm strong enough to really break away that bad. I mean, I feel like I can have a good little snap. But breakaway, I haven't mastered that yet. I haven't gotten to that point in my fitness yet. But I do go with this guy. I think we have a little bit of separation here, and but I'm comfortable following wheels. Definitely feel comfortable jumping on this guy's wheel and take the inside line, just because I know this guy's going wide. And like I said, I'm not a breakaway type of guy. Like, I can have a good little kick and I can create separation. So, but staying away is I haven't mastered that yet. I haven't been able to hold a really high amount of power for a long time. So here I am, just I move over to the right because I know my teammate Angelo's coming, and he's trying to, he's attacking right after my soft attack, so that's what he's doing. Again, like, we waited halfway through the race to kind of start attacking the field, making the field work a little bit. And I already got 2 teammates up there, so now I'm kind of just sitting back, resting a little bit, trying to roll back to see where my other teammates are, seeing where they're at in the peloton. And that's something that I think all cyclists should do, is really be aware of what's going on in the peloton, and not just focus on a wheel in front of you, which is something that I think most new cyclists do. Coming into racing, they just focus on the wheel in front of them. They don't really pick their heads up. They don't really pay attention to what's going on. Like, there's another guy taking flyers on the right. Just being aware of what's going on in the race, kind of eyeballing riders, seeing who's strong. Like, hey, this guy has a good snap, or this guy is a little wally, this guy's a little, seems like he's unsafe, or he's uncomfortable, not too comfortable with his bike. Little things, just watching out for little things. And that's what I'm doing. I'm rolling back. I'm resting while observing the pack, seeing who's here to sit in, who's here to work, and yeah. By the way, I don't know if you can see this guy in the orange. He won. He did a race right before us, and he won it with a break. And then we had to wait for him to jump into our race, because he was going to be part of our race, because his last race, winning it from a break, by himself, wasn't enough. He jumped in our race as well. And I think he tried to do a break in our race. He tried to break away. And that was a little scary, because I'm like, dude, this guy just won his last race from a breakaway, and he's trying to do it again. So I remember seeing him trying to break away a little bit. I don't remember when, but that was a little scary to see him up there. But here I see my teammates, the 3 of us right here. At this point, I'm thinking we're not going to get away. It's probably not going to happen. But we're still staying near the front, keeping an eye on what's going on. I think we're all trying to stay sheltered and recover for a lead out, so we can lead out my other teammate, Mario. Here's my friend from PAA. Perfect draft for me. He's like twice my size. So I know it doesn't look like it, but the camera's on my helmet and it's barely at his level, so you can tell he's way taller than me. um, but yeah, this is where the peloton settles. It, like, you can see we're going 28. You know, we're not really, no one's really like, we're not doing this surgy thing anymore. Sorry if you hear me eating. I'm on my lunch. I tend to do these voiceovers on my lunch from work. So it's the only real quiet time I have. I don't know what this other guy on the left was signaling. I don't know if he was signaling to me or if someone behind him, but he did some crazy looking things with his hands, magic fingers. But yeah, look at this, man. We're rolling deep today, man. We got my teammate Ray in the black helmet, white helmet over there, Gerald, Angelo up there in the front, and I think Steven's up in the front. I'm not sure if he takes his flyer right now. I can't tell. See, this is a good example of too far back. I can't see what's really going on up there too much. Like, I can see it, but I can't. Like, I just see a bunch of helmets. So I have to wait for a turn to see if there's a breakaway. So, like, this is me moving into the left because I want to see if there's a breakaway or if there's a separation up there and it's still together. But for me, now that I'm seeing this is way too far back. I'm not liking this. I'm pretty sure I move up. Yeah. Start moving up because I notice I'm falling too far back. And I keep an eye on this guy. I get on this guy's left side and he's like shaky, so I rotate over to the right. And I did this in the other race. I tried not to overlap people's wheels, only so that I could, be able to cover both sides of the wheel, like a left side or right side. And same, like if they were flicking, to the left or the right, they wouldn't take my front wheel out from under me. So I try not to overlap people's wheels for that reason, because people are unpredictable sometimes and they do crazy things for whatever reason. But yeah, here I am. I moved up a little bit. Kind of came up to my teammates here. I see this guy in the white trying to push my teammate off into the wind, so I kind of just go up in front of him on the left side, and then boom, blocked him. And it's just like I said, keeping an eye out in the race, paying attention, being aware. And it wasn't, I don't think it was that aggressive to do that. I think it was more like, hey, I see what you're doing. I'm going to help my teammate out, and that's what I'm here. I'm here to help my team out. Not trying to get on anybody's bad side, but just helping my teammates out and racing my bike. So just little maneuvers like that, making it easier on my team to have better legs, fresher legs, at the end of the race. But yeah, like I said, we're settled in. The pack's pretty settled. Right now would have been a perfect time to attack from our team. But I think we're all just sitting in and waiting for the end. So we're getting close to the final laps, and I think we're like 2 laps before the lap cards come out. And we make a couple mistakes. I mean, myself mainly. There's Aaron up on the right side. He just took off from the right and try to get away from the group. But the peloton's chasing, man. It's late in the race, and I don't think anyone wants to let anything get too far, so they're chasing him down right away. But me and my teammate are up here, just keeping an eye on it. And right here, we're doing a pretty good job. We're just sitting in. We don't have to pull this back. It's not too far, and it doesn't seem like it's going any further. But Aaron is pretty strong, so if he were to get a lot further, I think we would have to move to the front. But we're just keeping an eye on it, and someone's already on him, and the peloton's chasing. So as you can see by our speed, it's not crazy high, but it's still fast enough to gain some ground. And Team 6 has a guy, a teammate right here too. He's keeping an eye on his teammate, and he's coming up, making sure if we catch him, he's going to re-attack, more than likely. So we're staying right here, close by. And I think by turn 3 we catch Aaron. No, actually we already caught him. We made contact with him already. And I think my buddy Angelo asks me for help or something right here. I turn around, make sure he's still there. And there it goes. Aaron again. He tries to attack once more. Tell you, man, that guy's strong. But it doesn't go anywhere. Luckily for us, they weren't letting him get away. I'm not sure if they knew that he was a strong rider, so they just marked him right away, man. I think this is near the end. I think we have one more lap to go before the lap cards come out. And you'll see right now my team starts moving up to the front. And there goes Angel on the left, and Team 6 is marking our guys, of course, because there's a lot of us, so they're keeping an eye on us as well. And there's a lot of Velo Keens, those guys in the pink jerseys right there too, so they're a team to look out for. Yeah, there goes Angel on the left. I believe it's here that two of my teammates move up from the left on the left side. The lap cards are not out yet. Yeah, see, there goes Steven, and there goes Ray. They start moving up, and I think Angelo looks over at him right about now. Let's see, I think he looks over and sees him, and he starts going. And then the rider tries to break off from the front, and I believe Steven chases him back. Yeah, Angelo has been on the front all day, so I'm pretty sure he's a little gassed right now. But again, he doesn't fall too far back. He stays near the front. I think Ray just pulled off right now to the left. If you saw that, I talked to him later on the weekend. He did mention to me he got a really bad cramp, so I wasn't sure what happened, but he told me what happened. But you have two teammates up there, and they're staying close. There's Steven peeking over. He's pretty tall, so you can pretty much see over people, but they're chasing that back. What I should have done here is moved up with my team and rotated in the front. Like I said, a lot of mistakes were made on my part. I should have moved up with them as soon as I saw them on my left. Two of my teammates went past me, and I didn't jump on their wheel. I just stayed in the pack. There goes two attacks coming from the left already, and my teammates are up there marking them. But like I said, I could have helped out, but I didn't. I chose to sit in, and I'm not sure if I was feeling tired or if I just wasn't really paying attention to what was going on. But here, there's like a little chaos going on right here. Everyone's like shuffling, and they're not sure who wants to chase this back. And there's Steven in the front drilling it, chasing these three riders in the front back. And I think he pulls off here because he doesn't want to pull the whole break back by himself. And again, I'm just sitting in right here. I'm not I'm not pulling anything back anymore. My job was to get in front of my sprinter and lead him out, and I plan on doing that. So I was kind of being conservative. I didn't want to be too gassed at the end, and I let Steven know that I was coming by when I came by him, to jump back in, slot back in, so he wouldn't go too far back, because I knew that these were the next couple laps where we're gonna be the lap cards, and we'll see in a second right now. But I'm pretty sure this is gonna be 5 to go. If not this one, the next one for sure. But there's a Team 6 rider again. still at the front. Like, you'll see these guys, they stay in the front. I mean, they know it's coming into, I see 5 laps to go, and now I'm starting to look for my teammates, like, where are you guys at? I think I start yelling out, like, get close. There's Daryl on the right. I yell out for Mario. I think Mario calls out and says, I'm right here. Like, okay, great. Tell Daryl, don't get too far. Let's see the chaos. Everyone just spreads out. Everyone's reshuffling. Everyone's trying to get position. And I'm trying to rotate to the left to kind of get to my teammates. This is something you got to practice, I think, and I think we need practice in this, like getting through the chaos of the peloton, like shuffling so we could get to our teammates, because you'll see on this next lap, I kind of know where everyone's at, but I kind of don't, like, I'm trying to glance over to see where everyone's at. I'm yelling, saying, hey, are you here? Are you here? Because I can't really look back too much. There's a lot of wheels around me flicking back and forth. People are moving a lot, so to turn around completely would be very dangerous. So I'm trying to just use my voice to kind of figure out where everyone's at. You can see Daryl turn around. I think it says something to him like, hey, I'm right here. And I know I'm waiting for this turn right here, because I know you can move up on the left, and I tell him, hey, jump on, I'm going to go up. And I look back, and I thought I saw all my team on me. They were all on me, on my wheel, and I start moving up, because this is 4 laps to go, and I want to get us to the front. And this is where I messed up. I thought I had the whole train on me. I tell this guy, hey, I'm coming inside. Take this turn with some speed so I can get us to the front, and I turn around, there's no one. I lost my team. My team lost contact with me. They got blocked, I guess. I don't know what happened, but I knew I had separation from the peloton, and I started going for it, which I shouldn't have. I should have just kind of peeled off to the left or to the right and just kind of try to shuffle back in, but I didn't. I kind of panicked and just said, you know what, I'm in the front. I'm just going to try to go and see where this goes, and I started going. And like I said earlier in the video, like I'm not a breakaway rider yet. I'd like to be, but I don't have that. I just can't sustain that power that long, and that's all I had. The rest of this video is just me dying by myself. So as you can see, I just let the peloton go. Kind of blew up a little bit, and I didn't jump back on the peloton. Like, I should have just jumped on. Like, I think I still had enough to get back in there, but I knew I was pretty gassed, and that was it, man. I didn't help my team out at the end. I ended up just blowing up and finishing the last 3 laps solo. And yes, of course, I finished, even though this was kind of embarrassing being in the back, riding. There's the motorcycle. He notices I'm not chasing back, so he just goes around me. But yeah, this is the rest of the race for me. My teammate Mario, our sprinter, took 4th. He almost made the podium, but not quite. Like I said, we still need a lot of practice getting organized, but we're getting there. And yeah, I'll fast forward towards the end. And of course, like I said, I finished always finish a race unless you get pulled. So that's exactly what I did. Oh, and by the way, that was my daughter yelling at me for not going fast enough to win the race. She called me the first loser or something like that. Thanks for watching, guys. Please leave some feedback in the comments. Peace!